Hello, Denzel. Welcome to today's midweek lesson. Well, in our last lesson, we concluded by looking at some pet animals in French. Obviously, you saw the vocabulary words used in calling some of these pet animals like dog, which we named le chien, cat, which we named le chat, hamster, which we named le hamster, and of course, a few others. In that lesson, you were quite amazing, and it was clear that you perfectly understood the lesson. So, today we're going to push through with something a little bit different, and obviously, it's going to be on sound building. So, today's sound is going to be the f sound. In the f sound, we clearly understand that most of the times the word or the letter that makes the f sound is the letter F, which in French is la lettre F. But obviously, not only the letter F makes that sound, we also have the PH, which when pronounced in most words actually sounds exactly like this letter F. So in today's lesson, we're going to, of course, have a look at some of those words which first use letter F in pronouncing, and of course which equally use the PH in pronouncing. But in both of them, in both cases, we are going to notice that of course it's all about the f sound. So please pay attention and repeat the words after me. We are going to be pretty snappy. Alright, so let's look at the first word. The first word we have here is fou. Okay, let's start with the first one above. The first is frit. This is a word. Can you repeat again? Frit. 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 Very good. So in frit, you can clearly hear the f sound at the very start of the word, which in this case, of course, is written as la lettre F, and it is pronounced f. So that is for the first word. And clearly, we can see that this is fries. So how do we call fries in French? The simple word is frites, as you can see right here. Okay? Alright, let's move on to the second word. This is the second word, and the word is fourmi. Fourmi. Exactly. One more time. Fourmi. Great. So you can clearly see fourmi simply means ant. On the picture, you can clearly see an ant below the word. And yes, this is exactly how we call ant in French. Once again, fourmi. Very good. And the last word under this letter F is fraise. 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 Yes, so you pronounce the word at the last end, you hear the Z. So the S there actually takes the Z sound. So let's take it again. Fraise. Fraise. Well done. Very good. So, with these three words, we obviously can see the letter F being used at the very beginning of each of the words, and obviously it is pronounced F. So, right now we are going to do a second reading of these words, paying close attention this time around to their syllables, not only in the pronunciation of the words, but also in how many syllables each of the words has. If you cannot remember what syllables are, a syllable is simply the sounds which you get from pronouncing a word. Yes, the sounds which you get from pronouncing a word. So if you pronounce a word and you get two sounds while pronouncing that single word, then the word has two syllables. If you get just one sound, then the word has one syllable. For example, when we say sha, sha, we can clearly get just one sound. And so this means the word sha has got only one syllable. Alright, so let's take, of course, from the very start. Please, can you read the first word again? This, for fries. Okay, you tried. Let's pronounce it better. Frit. 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 Good. So in frit, how many sounds do you get when reading the word? Excellent. You get just one sound, just one. Frit. There are no two sounds, but only one. So it means the word frit has got just one syllabus. Very good. Let's move on to the second word. Can you try reading the second word? This. Fumi. 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 Excellent. So how many syllables do we have in the word fumi? Very, very good. Obviously, in the word fumi, we can clearly hear two sounds, and this means fumi has got two syllables. Excellent. The first syllables, of course, or the first sound is fu, which is clearly this one, the F-O-U-R. This is the first, fu. And the second, obviously, the M-I, which is the mi, what we have right here. This is the second syllables, the mi. So let's take it again. Fu, mi. Very good, very good. And now, the last word here, can you try to pronounce this? Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's try to do it again all together. Fraise. 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 Great. So obviously when we pronounce the word fraise, how many sounds can you hear in this word? Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's simply one sound, and so the word phrase has just one syllabus. Well done again, Denzel. That's great. In the word phrase, you can clearly hear just one, and that is phrase. Phrase. Perfect. So that was it with the words which make the f sound, and obviously use the letter F in pronouncing that. Right now, we shall have a look at a combination of two letters which still make the F sound. And of course, you guessed right. The letters we're going to look at are P and H. In French, P, E, H. P, E, H. Great. So, when you join P and H, you can clearly hear the F sound in the two. Let's have a look, of course, at some words, and you see exactly the sound which you get from joining or combining those two words, or those two letters, sorry. So let's read the first word. Please repeat after me. Folk. 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 Très bien. Well done. Folk, you can clearly hear the F sound in the very first two. Of course, the highlighted words, the P and the H. When we say folk, you don't hear the P, you hear the F. And so, you can clearly see how PH can actually combine together to form the F sound, right? Excellent. Good. Now let's move on to the next. Can you read this word? It's very similar to the English word, and obviously you can see the animal below and you clearly know. So how do you read the word? Please repeat after me. Éléphant. Éléphant. Très bien. One more time. Éléphant. Very good. So in éléphant, how many sounds can you hear? Take it slowly so you can get the sounds clearly. éléphant. Éléphant. Very good. So how many sounds can you hear? Very, very good, Denzel. Très bien. You can clearly hear 3 sounds when pronouncing the word éléphant. And so this simply means the word éléphant has got 3 syllables. 3 syllables. Just like in English, we say elephant. But here, the only difference is that when pronouncing the word elephant in French, you don't pronounce the T at the end. And the 2 E's, which you see here, will be pronounced E-le. That's right. Let's try it again. Elephant. That's right. Very good. Very, very good. So again, in this word elephant, you can clearly see the highlighted PH, which combines together to form the F sound. This, of course. You don't say elephant, you say elephant. So again, you can see how PH combines together to form the F sound, just like in the very first word above, folk. And of course, folk, the one we saw above there, this animal is clearly a seal. In English, of course, we call it a seal. In French, folk. Good. Now let's move on to the third word using the PH in the F sound. Please read the word for me. Far. 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 Yeah, just like far away. Far. Excellent. So again, in the word far, you can clearly hear the F sound in the P and the H. Again, just an indication to let you know that P and H in French, just like with most English words, combine to form the F sound. And so, how many syllables has the word far got? Amazing. Great. Clearly, the word far has got just 1 sound, and that means 1 syllables. Let's pronounce it again together to confirm that. Far. Far. Amazing. Well done. Good job. So what is far? From what you can see, what is far in English? Yeah, a lighthouse or a light tower. Perfect. So a lighthouse, obviously we can always find them around seaports, which are used to indicate the direction to ships coming to the seaports. So let's pronounce again. Far. Far. Perfect. Well done. You are really doing great. Good job. Just continue with this and you find yourself speaking the French in no time. So let's do a review of these 3 words we just saw right now. The PH, of course. So can you please pronounce the first again? This. Excellent. Let's take it again. Folk. Folk. Folk.
There was one fish inside.
Très bien.
I was telling him.
The next.
When I'm eating the fish,
Éléphant.
I arranged it and I kept it right behind.
Éléphant.
But can you hear?
Éléphant.
See, the only way is that.
Very good.
this fish again.
Très bien.
When you are cooking your food, you
Next.
always count it.
Far.
You don't see any meat inside, you will not eat it.
Far. Far. Well done. That was good. So now that you've seen some of the words in French which use the F sound in both letter F and PH, I'm sure you can now pronounce any word in French, which of course you can get to see with this letter F and the PH, because any word which you actually see using a combination of either the PH or the F letter itself would always be pronounced exactly the way we did today, which means it's always going to have the F sound in any word. Yes, I repeat, in any word. So, just a quick review. Let's do again. Let's have a look again at the 6 words all together, because we're going to have some more coming below. So let's review again, starting from the word which is the letter F itself. Okay, let's read that word. That is for fries. Let's read again. Frit. 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 Excellent. Next. Fourmi. 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 Great. Next. Fraise. 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 Excellent. Well done. Now let's move on to the letters using PH. The first, folk. 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 The next, éléphant. Éléphant. Great. And the last, can you try? Far. Excellent. One more time. Far. Again. Far. Perfect. Well done. So those are, of course, for the 6 words which all have the sound in them. Is it understood? Okay, I guess the lesson, of course, is pretty easy. It's just for you to always remember the sounds which this PH and the F makes. Obviously, it's just one and the same sound, the F sound, just like in English. All right, so everything being understood, let's move straight away to looking at some more words using, of course, these 2 sounds. Using this single sound, the F sound. So let's start with the first. Repeat after me. Fenêtre. Fenêtre. Great. So fenêtre, as you can see clearly, is how we call a window in French. A window in French is called fenêtre. Excellent. And how many syllables do we have in fenêtre? Yeah, try to count it. You will definitely get the answer. How many syllables? Try to repeat the word again. Fenêtre. Excellent. We have 3 syllables. 3 syllables in the word fenêtre. And of course, that's for window in French, in English. Let's move on to the next word. Fantôme. Fantôme. Great. In the word phantom, how many syllables do we have? That was right. Well done. Of course, we've got 2 syllables in the word phantom. And phantom is how we call a ghost in French. No need to get scared about them. Of course, they are not real. Okay? Yes. Phantom is a ghost. So how many syllables does phantom has again? 2. Excellent. Let's move on to the last word here. And of course, we're going to see rocket, the last word using the letter F in the F sound. The last word here is fusée. 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 That's great. So in the word fusée, how many syllables do you have? Very good, very good. We obviously have 2 syllables. And of course, the first again is fu, that's the FU. And the second, Z, the SEE. Great. And of course, like we said, this is how we call a rocket in French. So again, how do you call a rocket in French? Fusée. Great. So rocket is fusée. Perfect. Now let's have a look at those words which use the PH, still making the same sounds. Let's have a look at the first word. It's very common, of course, in English. Photo. 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 Great. So photo, how many syllables? 2. Excellent. And of course, it's a photo in English. Next. Dauphin. 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 Very good. So dauphin, how many syllables do we have there? Again, 2. Amazing. Clearly, 2 sounds, 2 syllables. And of course, this is a dolphin in English. So how do you call a dolphin in French again? Dauphin. Perfect. And now the last word. Gyrophare. Let's take it again. Gyrophare. Gyrophare. Very good. So let's repeat the word one last time. Gyrophare. Perfect. So how many syllables do we have in the word gyrophare? Great. Obviously, 3 syllables. Perfect. So can you guess what a gyrophare is? A siren, of course, which is always used by ambulance, police, or firefighters. It always makes the siren sound, of course, when working on the streets. So a siren in French is gyrophare. Well done. That was good. And of course, we hope you learned quite a lot with these sounds today and you never get to forget them. Please do not forget to always watch the video over and over again if in one point you think or you believe that you might have forgotten the pronunciation of any of these words or of the f sound in letter F and of course letter PH. So that is it for today. And of course, like I mentioned again, hope you learned quite a lot with these different letters. So in our next lesson, we are going to quickly review this and of course we have some exercises for you which you are going to do right in the class. The exercise, as you can see here, is télécharger la fiche d'exercice. So I'm going to bring up the exercise, of course, in our subsequent lessons, which means before that lesson, we would like it to be completely ready. And the only way for you to get ready is, of course, to review over and over the sounds we just listened to today. Okay? All right. So that's it for today. And of course, in French, we always say goodbye for au revoir. You got it. So au revoir, Denzel. And we say catch you in our next lesson. Bye-bye. À bientôt.